86. So he would be very, very old. Oh my God, dude. So I was at the auction, and there's this old man that comes and bids on cars all the time. His name is Rex. And like, you look at him and you're like, you are very, very, very old.
Just
But
so old.
So old. He's got like a little hump, and he just like comes walking in, and but he's got all of his faculties, and he like bids and he does his thing, and like everyone's like, show us your bidder badge, Rex. And he like slowly, like, gnarled hand comes up, and he's like, this is my bidder badge. But I was talking to the auctioneer, and I was like, dude, it blows my mind that guy is still here. He owns a company, and he's bidding on cars. And I was like, well, how old is he? Like 85? And the auctioneer looked at me, and he was like, Rex is 96 years old. And I was like, he's 96 years old, and he's still
getting a paycheck.
Yeah, he's fucking like, and he's like, dude, he's going to die at the auction. And I was like, yeah. And I hope I'm not here for that. And he's like, no, dude, he will die here. He's like, this is not. And he was telling me, because the auctioneer works Colorado Springs, and he also works in Denver. And he's like, I'm here every Tuesday, Colorado Springs. And then tomorrow is Denver. Rex will be in Denver as well. And I was like, I asked him, I was like, does he have a driver? And he's like, no, he still has a license. Fucking drives.
Oh my God.
It's fucking unreal. It's 96. Unreal. I can't imagine being that old. Like, do you want to live that long?
I mean, it kind of depends. Like, what can I do? You know, how bad do things hurt? I guess that's probably the first one.
Bad. They hurt bad.
And what am I able to do?
Sure.
Can I still play video games at 96 years old? I don't know if read a book. I don't know. Like, you just need to, at a certain point, I'm going to be very tired, so I'm not going to need as many things, but I just need to know, like, hey, I got these things that I like to do. Can I still do some of them in some form?
Yeah, I guess that's...
If you can't, then that's where it's just like, well, then now what are we doing? Because my life is defined by X for most of it. Once a lot of that goes away, you're kind of like, well, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Set a record?
Yeah, I don't know. I just can't imagine... Like 80s maybe, where it's like, okay, I'm in my 80s, but I still live a pretty decent life. I'm living my life the way I want to live it. My big thing is like not losing your mind. Like if your mind is sharp and you're not like kind of losing the plot, then sure. But like 90s, high 90s, 96, and you're still working. And you're still like doing the thing. Like, I mean, I think
working's funny because what does he spend his money on?
Cars. He buys cars. That's what he spends his money on. And then presumably he sells said cars. And then, I don't know what you're doing. Like, but I think it's like there are people out there that are like, if I stop working, I die.
Sure.
And there are people like that out there. And clearly that dude, unless he just like made the worst financial decisions and it's like, I've got to do this until I die. But I doubt that that's the case. I think it's more like I'm doing this because I don't want the alternative, which is sitting in my house and rotting away.
If you don't get enough hobbies, or if you don't have the right hobbies, or if you have hobbies that just straight up go away as you get older,
right,
then it's problematic. And so it's just like, everyone needs to probably be a pretty good fan of reading because that's one of the things that can have a lot of longevity. But if you don't, I don't know.
Yeah,
I got the issue. Like my dad does not have the right hobbies. Right, his hobbies are just taking care of his yard, and that's trouble as you keep getting older.
Yeah, for sure. My grandpa was the same way. That's all he did. He loved yard work.
He's got the best yard. Like his yard's absolutely gorgeous, but you're just like, it just gets harder and harder.
My grandpa died doing yard work as well. Dropped dead.
Out there planting a tomato.
No, I think he was weed whacking and then just like had some sort of catastrophic heart failure and then just dead.
Dang.
dead while tending to his beloved yard.
Just doing what he loves.
Yeah,
Sending pebbles into his ankles.
Yeah. He had like a pretty good yard. Like he was very like diligent and took care of it. But like, yeah, I mean, and it was like pretty instant. Like like there was no like resuscitation. Like he was just dead as a doorknob in his yard, you know? So I guess that's not
That's
like,
probably the way to go.
yeah, like you're not suffering like maybe a couple of seconds of pain and then you're just dead, you know, which is not the worst way to go. There's certainly worse ways to go. But yeah, I don't know. I like go back and forth. I just I don't think that I'm gonna live that long. I just have always had this like weird thing where I'm like, if I am like 60s, then I'm like I'm happy.
It's been a good run.
Yeah. I don't know. There's always I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just like I don't know. I know the way that I live. So it's like it's like you know, I don't know if
a lot of people live past 60s these days though.
That's true. That's true. But there are also a lot of people that don't, you know what I mean? I don't think that our life expectancy in the United States specifically is going up. I think it's going down. And so I think that's obvious as well, based on some of the things that are going on currently. But even before all of the fuckery that's been going on lately, I think that.
Wait till we bring measles back. We're really going to get this life expectancy.
Wait until we bring it back. It's already back.
It's going to get worse.
Sure.
We're only talking about a handful right now.
Yeah. And then they'll be like, if you don't take fucking Sudafed, you won't get measles or something like that. God, dude. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like morbid that way. It goes one of two ways in my family. You die young or you live forever. And like, that's the way it goes. You know what I mean? And there's no in between. There are many examples in my family of people dying like way young, like 30s. You know what I mean? And then there are ones that are still alive to this day that you're like, how are you still alive?
You live off cigarettes. What's going on over there?
So it's just like I don't know. It's just a weird thing. And I have like a certain amount of like, I'm not a hypochondriac by any means, but like it's always back in the back of my mind because like I'm not religious. So I'm like, what's the alternative? Like I'm just gonna die and then I'm gonna be dead and there's nothing else after that and I'm fucking dead. And it's like, I don't know, like life sucks sometimes, but I still think that I would rather do this than the alternative. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that times are tough for people that don't believe that you get rewarded with a kingdom.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's tough shit. You got to be like, we got to get after it now because I don't have these.
Exactly. I'm pulling for Kolop. I am. I really am. I want to die and then show up and all of the Boston Terriers that have died before me are just there and like there's like a nice stream and you know you're not a Dragon Ball Z fan, but they're in Dragon Ball Z you basically like die but you can come back to life. You can be resurrected by this dragon called Shenron. If you find enough Dragon Balls, you make a wish and you can bring back people from the dead. But there's like this in between. It's kind of like the River Styx type thing, but they're just like these little tiny planets that are like very, very small. We're talking you could like cover the entire distance of the planet in a couple of minutes, and you just live on these little tiny planets. And I kind of hope that that's the case. I get a little shack, a little planet, a couple Boston Terriers. I'm all right.
I think I'm rooting for reincarnation because there's no way I wouldn't come back as a golden retriever. and like you just every day I can just like eat table scraps, hump some shit, and take a nap.
Yeah, that's not the way it works. You are a human being now, so if reincarnation is the thing, you're going to come back as like a trout or something like that.
No,
or like even worse, like a wild hog in Texas that is just going to be mowed down by some dipshit with night vision goggles and an M16 and a helicopter for sport. You know, like some sort of terrible death is going to befall you on your second go around.
That's not good.
No, it's not good.
It's not good at all.
Like, I mean, what does it take to become like an apex predator, like a great white or something like that?
I don't know. Probably a lot.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. The reincarnation thing is interesting, but like,
Probably not a thing.
No.
It's probably not a thing.
Probably not. Probably not. So yeah, it's just like, well,
probably better odds that the whole God thing's real.
I don't know about that.
You can say it's more likely that reincarnation's real?
No, I think it's probably about even
50-50.
No, right. I would say probably like 0-0. In my humble opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. But well, I don't know. We'll give it. We'll do more than 0-0 because I am not wise enough to say. But we'll give it like a 5% chance either way. A very low percentage chance. You know what I mean?
You know my problem with the afterlife is which window of time do you take into the afterlife, right? Like it's like, yeah, like if you believe in all that, it's like, yeah, you're gonna end up with your family, you get to hang out with them, and it's gonna be like, it's all right, but like, am I gonna get there and it's gonna be like I show up as a 30-year-old and then like they're like, you're with your family, and it's like, why is my son 1? Like why didn't he get to be 20? Like, how does that?
I don't know.
What's the argument? Like, because it's drastically different, and you can't say like, is it very 20? Like, what are we doing here? Or
I don't know the answer.
What if you go to the afterlife and nothing changed? So you lived in 96, everything hurts, and then you're just like, oh, I made it to heaven, and they're like, welcome, and you're just like, what? One question, just real quick. Why does everything hurt? And it's like, well, you're 96 years old still, my dude. It still hurts. You're like, oh, no.
I think the bigger thing for me, that's a valid question that no one has the answer for, even though there's a lot of people that'd be like, well, I've got an answer for you. I don't want to spend eternity with my family. I already spent enough time with you motherfuckers. Like,
and which family? Because that's right. Like, it's like, well, it's great.
It was all your family.
It's like, well, no one wants that.
Yeah.
No one.
Nobody wants that.
No one's sitting over there being like, well, I hope I get to see all my family all the time.
Yeah. Like I want a nice heavenly apartment where I can like go. And I'd be all right with my family being adjacent to me, you know, like the next city over basically in heaven. So I can like see them when I want to. But I want to like eternally just hang out with you.
It just doesn't make sense.
Like you guys annoyed the shit out of me when I was alive. I mean, I love you, but you also annoyed the shit out of me. So like, let me do my own thing. Like, let me make some new friends. Maybe.
Things aren't adding up.
I want to start a new family in heaven.
What if it's all kind of a scam, Jared?
Yeah.
And it seems like it might be, you know, I've been thinking about getting into those big super mega churches in Texas because they seem like they're all right. But what if they are also a scam?
Yeah.
And maybe pedophiles frequently.
More often than not. Did you see, I don't know how valid it is, but I did see this floating around. There was obviously that Charlie Kirk Memorial in Arizona. And supposedly they crashed Grindr in Arizona because of that.
Every time there's a Republican convention anywhere,
they crash Grindr.
Like, we can't work under these conditions.
Well, it's too much. It's just like, I mean, the most repressed people are the people that pretend that, you know, they are infallible are usually the people with the most skeletons in their closet, let's say. Or posters of men that are naked in their closet that they like to go and view when their wife goes to sleep.
Shit's so funny.
The
Grindr stuff is just like, what are you guys doing? Why?
They're fucking dudes, is what they're doing.
It seems like it.
Yeah,
it seems like it. The more you watch it, the more that shithead congressman from Florida, Matt
Gaetz.
Yeah, and he said something. Actually, I don't think it was him. It was the guy in the wheelchair, maybe.
That's Greg Abbott.
No, that's the governor. There was a House member
who was also in a wheelchair.
Yeah, he was a younger kid, but he basically said there were a bunch of coke orgy parties.
Yeah, I know exactly.
They silenced him and got him out real quick. I think about him occasionally because I think he probably wasn't lying about the coke orgy parties. I think that maybe those are a thing.
Yeah,
and that all the House members are all fucking each other at orgies on coke.
Yeah.
And that's kind of interesting because then they also won't give us healthcare. So
yeah,
weird.
It's pretty weird. It's pretty weird. It's also again, I mean, the people that are rallying against things like that are generally the people that are most self-loathing individuals that are like, why am I this way, and have never
Tempted and ill.
fully accepted who they are, which is fucking sad.
Good fucking Lord.
Should we end it there?
What a last call.